So if you've ever tried to make a consistent story using AI video tools, you know the pain, right? Your character's face changes from scene to scene, the style goes all over the place, and your whole narrative just falls apart. Well, today, we're going to dive into a new tool that says it can fix all of that. Let's get right into it.
First things first, let's really set the stage and talk about the core challenge. I mean, this is the one that every single creator, whether you're just starting out or you're a pro, slams into with today's AI video tools.
And this really is the big question, isn't it? We've got these incredible AI tools that can generate amazing images and cool little video clips, but trying to stitch them all together into something that actually feels like a real, coherent story, man, that is the huge mountain that everyone is trying to climb right now.
And here are the biggest culprits. Your main character suddenly looks like their long-lost cousin in the very next shot, or that beautiful cinematic style you had going in scene 1. Poof, it's a cartoon in scene 2. These kinds of inconsistencies just shatter the illusion and yank the viewer right out of the world you're trying to build. It is a massive, massive hurdle.
But what if a tool was built from the ground up to solve these exact problems? Well, let's meet a potential solution. This new platform called Higgsfield Popcorn.
So at its core, Popcorn isn't just another image-to-video generator. Its whole reason for being is to maintain that story cohesion. It's literally built to remember your character, to remember your style, and to carry that vision from one shot to the next.
The way they describe it is as an all-in-one tool, which I think is just the perfect way to frame it. It's not just doing one thing, it's like a whole production suite that puts a storyboard artist, an editor, and yeah, a director right at your fingertips.
And the end goal here is pretty ambitious. We're talking hyper-realistic cinematic quality that stays perfectly consistent across a whole sequence of up to 8 different shots. That focus on being seamless is really what could make all the difference.
Okay, so that's the big promise. But how does it actually work? How do you use it? Let's pop the hood and see how Popcorn actually gives you that director-level control over what you're making.
Right off the bat, you get a really important choice. You can go manual, where you feed it up to 4 different reference images, say a face, an outfit, a background, for super detailed, hands-on control. Or, if you need to work fast, you can use auto scene. Just give it one image, one prompt, and the AI basically becomes your assistant director, storyboarding out the scenes for you. Pretty cool.
But what happens when the AI generates an image that's almost perfect? In the past, that meant starting all over again, right? Well, Higgsfield built a feature to solve this exact frustration. It's called Edit Keyframe, and this is where you get like surgical control. You can go in and change just one specific object, swap out the entire background, or tweak the tiny details. And get this, the example they give is perfect. You can just type a prompt to turn a bright sunny day into a dark rainy night, all without having to regenerate the whole image. That is a huge time saver.
So, you've got your perfect still images. How do you bring them to life? It's a really straightforward 5-step deal. You pick your image, you write a prompt describing the motion you want, you choose your AI engine, like OpenAI's super powerful Sora 2 model, set your specs, and you hit generate. It really is that simple.
Now, this next detail is something that's probably going to make every creator's ears perk up. Higgsfield is offering unlimited access to Sora 2 generations for short clips at 720p. Think about that. That completely removes the fear of wasting your credits on experiments. It just lets you be way more free and creative.
All right, so the theory is great, the features sound amazing, but let's see how this stuff actually works in the real world. How can you really use Popcorn to create something tangible?
First up is a super practical one, creating professional-looking product ads. Just imagine being able to do this without hiring models, renting a studio, or bringing in a whole expensive production crew. The recipe for it is surprisingly simple. You just provide the key ingredients, an image of your character, an image of your product, and your setting. Then you tell the AI's auto scene feature to whip up a series of shots, and boom, it storyboards a whole ad for you.
Okay, here's another really powerful and, let's be honest, probably really fun application. You can create parody videos, or those what-if scenarios, by easily swapping characters in and out of existing footage.
And the process is super direct. You just grab a still frame from a movie or video, upload the picture of the character you want to drop in, and then you just tell the AI to make the swap. You can even choose to replace just the face or the entire character for different effects.
And finally, here's a feature that could save filmmakers just countless hours and a ton of money. No more having to do expensive, time-consuming reshoots just because a character needs to wear something different.
So the key thing here is you can take a final shot, and with a simple text prompt, something like change the blue jacket to a red leather coat, you can generate totally new versions in an instant. This level of flexibility in post-production is an absolute game changer.
So when you put all these pieces together, the consistency, the fine-tuned control, these incredible use cases, you kind of have to step back and ask, what does this all mean for the future of storytelling itself? What we're really seeing here is the entire filmmaking pipeline getting compressed. A process that used to require huge teams of specialists, massive budgets, and months of hard work is getting condensed into a workflow that can start with just a single idea, a single image, and a few prompts.
And that leaves us with this final, really fascinating question. When a tool this powerful, this capable of holding on to a coherent vision, is available to pretty much everyone, does that redefine who gets to be a storyteller? It definitely puts the director's chair within reach for a whole new generation of creators.